Is Malakai Black leaving AEW? Plus, Bobby Lashley's AEW debut match has been announced, and WWE, ECW, and TNA stars appear on NXT. It's all in the Cultaholic Wrestling news right now. It has been X amount of days since we talked about Malakai Black possibly leaving AEW. I feel like this is a subject that we come back to once every couple of hours, and we are doing so once again. Adam Cole and Malakai Black on Dynamite last night had a finish that got a lot of people talking, where we saw Malakai Black cross-legged, just calling on Adam Cole to just bring the boom.
Bring the boom. Bring the boom to you.
Wrong boom.
Wrong boom, sorry.
We've all made that mistake. Adam Cole finished off Malakai Black. Afterwards, Malakai Black refusing a handshake but accepting a hug from Adam Cole. It all felt very final. And it led to people thinking that maybe this was the swan song of Malakai Black. Will Fightful Select have reported?
Yes, they say the word backstage in AEW in recent months was that they believed he could be done towards the end of 2024 or early 2025 if options aren't exercised on AEW's behalf. However, this hasn't been confirmed. Tony Khan himself in 2022 had said that AEW had Malakai Black under contract for almost 5 years. However, since then, we've been told that those include option years. When there were rumours that Malakai wanted to go back to WWE in 2022, we're told AEW wasn't interested in letting people out of their deals to go back to WWE, whether it be him or someone else. He is not expected to be retiring, as many speculated online.
So the question marks remain. I think late 24, early 25 end for Malakai Black. For someone who it hasn't been consistent booking for a while, and I guess maybe because there's an element of doubt whether or not his heart's in it with AEW.
I guess so, yeah. There's been many a time where I feel like he's been put into certain feuds where I feel like for the wrestling fan, the logical outcome would be for him to finally get the win and start like a bigger push. But every time we get to those moments, he's always coming up short in the bigger matches that he's had, which is really... It's disappointing to see as a fan of Malakai Black, because he has so much potential and he has the gravitas and just the moveset. Like, he has everything. But when it comes to those big wins, it just feels like he always comes up short, which is really... It's sad to see as a fan of Malakai Black. So yeah.
Whatever he does next, just do whatever's right for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do whatever is right for you. Bobby Lashley was on AEW last night. The Hurt Syndicate in full force to start off the show. Their segment was interrupted by Swerve Strickland looking for revenge against Bobby Lashley, and he threw down the challenge very simply, very emphatically, for a match at Full Gear, which MVP accepted on behalf of Bobby, saying, "We'll see you there, kid!"
Oh my God, it's going to be good.
So Bobby's
got to be good.
Oh, his first big foray into AEW post-WWE is going to be against Swerve.
That's a big one as well. Who comes out? Bobby's got to come out. But does he though? Oh, I like it. I like it a lot.
Do we maybe see somebody join the Hurt Business and cost Swerve the match?
Oh my, I mean, I could see that for sure. Yeah, I mean, MVP's been out there doling out his business cards, so who's to say that might not happen?
Yeah. I've seen some people mention online say, maybe Bobby should just run through Swerve, like a real emphatic statement. But then I feel like with that, whilst it is an emphatic statement, I don't think it helps the conversation about like WWE guys coming in and going over AEW guys. I don't think it helps that at all. It's a shame that we kind of have to put that a little bit in there, but I could see Bobby winning, but probably some shenanigans that bring us in a new member of the Hurt Syndicate.
Yeah, maybe, well, I was just thinking there whilst you were saying that too. Like, obviously the reports, of Swerve Strickland just being like such a professional guy to work with as well. Like, being so giving as well in terms of the losses that he has and the people that he puts over and this, that, and the other too. So I mean, I could definitely see Bobby coming out on top of that one, and I think it would, like you said, I think it would make a big statement as well for him to come in and just defeat a former AEW World Champion in his first match within the company too. Ooh, why?
Ooh, why? That was the bit from Dynamite last night. They're on the road to Full Gear, and they will be doing live reactions to Full Gear when it comes up in a couple of weeks' time. It's about 2 weeks away, is it?
2 weeks away, and that'll be the first one, I believe, for the punishments as well, for the new punishments going out on Patreon. So look forward to that. Sam and Ross are getting into the weeds on that one. one.
Punishments are back in POG form at patreon.com/Cultaholic exclusively. Thank you for supporting us on Patreon. Now we had a rare Wednesday night NXT, and it was ECW flavored. This is extreme, as Harry Slash said that time. And we saw quite a few ECW favourites popping up and saying hello.
Yes, we did. The first one being Rob Van Dam, who actually got attacked by Wesley backstage, and then he ended up getting his revenge and helping Javon Evans defeat Wesley later in the night. Evans beat Lee as well with an insane splash, just went practically straight across from one corner of the ring almost to the adjacent corner of the ring, which was very, very cool.
It was outstanding. It was. Now we contemplated Rob Van Dam maybe making this a three-way dance, because that was kind of what Rob was hinting at the week prior. But we didn't see that, because obviously Rob getting attacked, and I'm going to throw this out there, because Rob, like Spooderman, why you do this? I've noticed that Wesley hit Rob Van Dam with no one saw the chair shot.
Yeah, so like the camera went down. Yeah, the camera went down. We heard the chair shots, but we didn't see the chair shots.
And then when Rob Van Dam made an appearance to make the save, as Wes was going to hit Javon Evans with the chair, basically we had Rob outside the ring, and Wes missed with the chair and accidentally hit the chair into the ring post.
Yes.
And then Javon Evans hit a dive. So Rob didn't do anything physical.
No, but it was nice to see him there.
It was don't get me wrong.
Oh no, of course.
To see him there. I just wonder whether he hadn't been cleared, or whether there was some reason why, whether he's got some nagging injury maybe, but he didn't do anything physical. I just thought they worked around it nicely. It was good to see Rob in the ECW arena.
Oh, absolutely.
I enjoyed his elements to it, and I hope we can see a point where maybe he'll do something physical.
Me too. With nice. Those two as well, I think.
Oh my gosh,
that would be, like you said, it's a shame that it didn't end up being a triple threat match, but that is something that I would very much like to see sometime in the future.
We did see somebody getting physical though, didn't we?
Oh, we did. My goodness gracious me. And I'm excited because it's one of the best in the game, Tom.
So we had Ava Robert Stone and Stevie Turner.
Oh my God!
Briefly forgot Stevie. Sorry, my dear. I apologise, Stevie Turner. Stevie Turner in the ring as well. And Ava announces that Deadline is coming back in Minneapolis, Minnesota, which got booed because of course it did. And then we had Robert Stone running down the ECW crowd. Lights go out like the good old days of ECW.
Yep.
I thought, is it Sabu? Oh, because that's normally lights go out. It's Sabu. Lights came back on. It was Rhino. Who gored the bejesus out of Robert Stone. Big pop for the return to WWE of Rhino. Obviously, on the books with TNA, doing a lot of indie stuff as well now. That was a nice surprise to see him there.
It was awesome, and the crowd just went absolutely mental for it as well. It was really, really cool. And me and Adam were talking about this on the live stream the weekend just gone, but like it's not called the Spear, but it's one of, if not the best spear in the game.
It's a gore, but it's a spear.
Yeah, it was amazing to see him back. Yeah,
it wasn't the only ECW surprise that we had.
No, it wasn't. We saw Tony D'Angelo and the family being confronted by Nunzio and Tony Marmaluke earlier in the day, where Nunzio informed Tony he'd be challenging him for his NXT North American Championship. However, it didn't go the FBI's way. Nunzio got pinned clean despite some weapon shenanigans, a crowbar, some brass knuckles, all that shenanigan. But then the nice moment in the end where they all raised one another's arms, and it was very, very cool to see.
It was love for the family. I think when they teased somebody confronting Tony, I thought it's got to be the FBI.
It's got to be.
Got to be the FBI. And of course, we had a Hall of Fame tag team reuniting as well. Bubba Ray and Trick Williams losing their match to Ridge Holland and Ethan Page. Ridge doing a cheeky, sneaky roll-up on Trick. This led to a post-match beatdown that Bubba Ray and Trick got the better of. But they went to get the tables, and there were no tables.
Ethan Page was like, there's not going to be any tables tonight. And that was true. There was no tables. Oh, but was it true, though, Tom?
It was not true, because the Dudley Boys music hits, and here comes Devon Dudley.
Testify. I got to spin round.
Oh, my brother. testify.
There you go.
There's Devon with a table that Trick and Bubba put Ethan Page through. And then Trick becomes an honorary Dudley.
They put the glasses on him.
Yeah.
It was a very nice little moment there.
Again, maybe with Devon, somebody else, I think he's had a few health issues, so maybe so he couldn't physically get involved, but it was lovely to see him there.
Absolutely.
And they get involved in that situation as well. I thought it was really good. We also saw Francine in the crowd.
Yep.
Francine looks great in there. It was just nice to see Francine getting a lovely pop as well. Dawn Marie refereed the hardcore match with Lola Vice and Jada Parker, which really went hard. I thought
Very, very fun match, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of ECW fun and games throughout the night.
It was cool. The whole setup for it as well was very nice as well. Like, it felt like a very stripped back setup. It reminded me of like old NXT days with just like the video wall and then like quite the, I guess, like, I don't want to say sparse looking crowd, but it looked like a very much more intimate show as well for that arena, at least anyway. You know?
They made a point just to make it feel a little bit more intimate, which I really enjoyed as well, as I've enjoyed sitting here and doing the news with this lovely gentleman here. And for the latest wrestling news at any time, you can check out cultaholic.com. Keys.
Love you, bye.